Hi YouTube, it's Lena and I'm here today with December 2020 empties. Now, I am filming this so that I can film my 2020 makeup empties because this is the last thing I have to film before I do that. So as always, I do makeup first, then full and travel size, and then I get into sheet masks and like foil samples. But first, let's do these. These are the makeup. I got stuff sticking out of here because some of the stuff I finished this past month was really big. So let me just declutter that a tiny bit, and here we go. First we have, I'm so happy to be done with this. This is the MAC Extra Dimension Bronzer in Aphrodite Shell. This was in the Alluring Aquatics collection. You can't get it anymore. As you can see, I did initially scrape it out and try to repress it. It did not work very well. The last month I had it, I was losing as much product as I was using, so I wound up finishing it. But before that, it was actually a pretty nice bronzer. It gave like a light glow without being anything extreme. Unfortunately, MAC's not cruelty free, so I can't even like look in their normal line and see if they have a comparable product. But I mean, bronzer these days is pretty easy to find, so I'm not too worried about it, but you know, it sucks that I can't buy MAC because they're not cruelty free, because I did actually really like MAC. Another product I will not be repurchasing is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose Primer Serum. And honestly, the main thing is this didn't do anything for me. Like, I've just learned, because there's another little mini in here of a different brand, that primer serums just don't do anything for me. They just don't stay tacky enough to keep my makeup on my face. So, would not seek anything like that out again. Let me take out the mini while I'm thinking about it. Here it is, because I also use the Becca Skin Love Glow Elixir, and when I looked it up, because I'm like, Glow Elixir, what is that? It is actually meant to be like a primer serum type thing, like just a really light liquidy primer. And this one did smell really nice. What did it smell like? Can I like place the scent? Like something kind of fruity, maybe a little citrusy. No, like fruity, like tropical, not citrus necessarily. But so I liked it for the smell, but it still didn't do anything for my skin. I'm really oily skinned, so I can't just wear primer and be like, okay, that's done. It has to at least hold on to my makeup. Like, I can get away with a hydrating primer as long as I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more oily at the end of the day, but sometimes with the right products, that can still look really good, and that's okay. No, these just, if I depend on them alone, these just leave me like complete greaseball nasty looking, so. I have a mascara that I wish I could repurchase. It's the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. And I had never used it before, but I had it in like my huge backstock of mascaras that I need to use at some point. But kind of weird one, but I got used to it. Like, it's not hourglass and it's not just curved, but it's kind of like an S shape, I guess is what I would call it. But it fit my eye pretty well. It gave me really nice lashes, like the nice, more dramatic lashes that I appreciate. It's just Lancome's not cruelty free. I can't buy that. I actually got rid of another one I had in my collection because I was like, okay, any non-cruelty free mascaras that I have doubles of, I need to at least let go of the doubles because I'm going to be using up old mascara for the rest of my life. And I probably still will. But I at least decluttered some at some point. This is the Wet n Wild highlighter in Precious Petals. If you guys saw the makeup I want to finish in 2020 finale, you would have seen that half of this like fell out on camera. And the reason why I'm still counting this in my makeup empties is, hey, I did use half of it. And the thing is, I had hit pan on this several years ago, and then I took it all out and mixed it with another highlighter to try to lighten it, and it didn't work. It was still too dark for me. But it was not just like flat with the surface, but it was like bowed out slightly. Like it had a curvature to it, like, you know, a domed product that you get that's baked onto surfaces. So I used a lot of highlighter. It just wasn't, and I'm realizing that it just wasn't necessarily as visible because it was not even just flat with the surface, it was like curved out. So I used plenty of this, both when I initially hit pan on it a couple of years ago in this past year that I feel comfortable counting it in my empties. So it will be in my makeup empties. I think I used enough of it. Let's see, I have a powder. I did finish one powder. I was trying to finish the Neutrogena face powder or around the same time as this, and then I was like, look, let me focus on one and use it all over my face and under my eyes, and I could get it done. So I went with what's actually an under eye powder. This is from e.l.f. Their packaging no longer says anything about the product more often than not. I think this is the HD under eye powder. I don't know. There is a teeny tiny bit left in the bottom, but I couldn't initially get the top off of this. I'm gonna try again because I have a highlighter that's in packaging that I don't like, but because I don't have any glycerin, I can't just press it. If you've watched my A to Z Project Pan, you know what highlighter I'm talking about. I learned that the hard way. It's like, oh, I can't press this. It just turns right back to powder. Loose powder, as in. I was like, well, shit. So I'm thinking about giving it another go to take this apart, use up the tiny bit, like the one use on my under eyes that I can get out of this, and then pouring the highlighter that I tried to press into this, because this is packaging where the powder doesn't like floof out or anything like that. It's got a good sifter that I could actually get an appropriate amount of product out. It's really good packaging. And the product itself was really nice. I don't know if they sell this anymore though. And also, I don't know if I necessarily need a separate under eye powder because I have translucent face powders that I could probably just easily use under my eyes. Am I panning one right now? No. Should I be? Probably, because I do have a couple that I want to use up this year. So I should dig out one of the mini loose powders that I am trying to use up this year, or wanting to use up because I'm not even touching them right now, and start using them under my eyes and see how they work before I try to go buy like another e.l.f. one. This is the MAC Skin Base Visage. I actually used up a full size of this way earlier in 2020, like in April or May, I think. And this is the one that has like the glitter in it. And I thought it was the one that was like either yellow or pink, but it doesn't actually do any color correcting. It's just like a nice moisturizing primer that still like holds your makeup on. This is not that, so I really did not like this. But I had it, so I used it up. I'm trying to go cruelty free, which means getting stuff like that out. Here is the Beauty Blender, the Leveler Pore Minimizing Primer. I didn't really care for this. Now, the problem with this is that it doesn't... I kind of like the more silicone-y pore filling primers. If you don't, you might like this. Like, this was much more creamy than those tend to be. So, I didn't particularly like the texture of it, and I don't think it filled in my pores very well, but if that's something you would rather try, that might be for you. I think I have another mini of that floating around somewhere, which means I need to use it up and never purchase another one, or never take another one. Here is my Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper that I used up. There is a tiny bit caught in the bottom that I can't seem to get out, so I'm not too worried about it. I did take out the stopper and use what I could. This was originally clear, but I kept forgetting to like clean off the gloss wand before I put it back in, so it turned to this like pinky color. This is a really good gloss. I like the tingling aspect of it and everything. Unfortunately, the full size comes in those little clicky pins, and I hate it. And I still have another one that I need to use up. I'm not looking forward to it because I think that packaging is like faulty or something. Like the last one I had would get like stuck trying to click it, and I would have to like beat it against my desk to get product out. Here's something I wish I could repurchase. This is the Tarte Lip Surgeons in Moody. Like, I did it all the way to the plastic. I can't even get like a proper swatch out of it anymore. Let's see if I can scratch one off. Yeah, okay. Like, it's a dark color, but it's not like super opaque. Now, if you wear a lip liner with it, you can go super opaque. I like the Tarte Lip Surgeons. They're like those nice kind of tingly, and I like lip crayons, so I definitely really enjoyed using this. They make something else now. I think I want to say they're called like lip lingeries, but that's probably not right. But they only make the versions that they do now in just like the nude color, so they don't have anything like this color anymore in that range. So that makes me kind of sad. My final like makeup product here is an eyeshadow. This is from the Bad Habit eyeshadow palette, from the Athena one. And the color is Medusa. I don't know if you can see it in there. Can I get a swatch from just like the lingering dust? It's a light swatch, but I mean, there it is. I really did like this color. It's like a really pretty, shimmery, almost bright pink. Like it's not neon, but it's very pink. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's just something to do with that formula, but the shimmery eyeshadow is kind of on the crumbly side, so I went through it really quickly while I was using it up. Like, I probably shouldn't have finished it in the past month, but powder would just fly everywhere and I can't keep up with every little speck of powder that goes flying when I use an eyeshadow. So I did wind up finishing it up. That habit is like no longer a thing, so I couldn't repurchase the palette even if I wanted to, or recommend it, I guess is more likely to say, because I still have plenty of other shades in there that I can use up. But the color story is beautiful. I'll insert a picture of it here, but just that eyeshadow formula, it was definitely like something that's really inexpensive and definitely workable, but it's not the same formula as whatever it was trying to like show off as, like, not show off as, it's dupe. It was not the same formula as whatever it was trying to do. I think it was trying to dupe a Natasha Denona palette. I can't remember. It might have been the Lila palette. I'm not sure. But I got the thing because I think I bought it. I think I either swapped for it or I bought it on Poshmark. And it's a good palette. I enjoy it for the price that it is, but it's not the same thing as like what it was trying to do, is what I'm trying to babble about. I have a nail polish empty right here. Now I can't quite get the rest of it out because I'm not gonna sit here and like leave it sitting on its end and like try to flip nail polish on it. Like, I got as much as I could. And it's like, you know what? It's a tiny nail polish. I'm done. I've gotten plenty of manicures out of it. I unfortunately don't know what color this is, but it's the Wet n Wild Mega Last, which apparently they discontinued. I had no idea. When I was trying to get a value for this, I had to hunt for it. Like, I had to hunt down a blog post from a couple of years ago that actually had like the original price and the original like amount of product in a bottle on it. Like, yo, when I get values for these, for discontinued products, I have to hunt this shit down sometimes. Like, it's crazy. The matte bronzer was the same way. I had to hunt down like an old blog post of somebody reviewing the entire collection to make sure that I had like the exact right price. Because sometimes even though they sell those bronzers, sometimes in, you know, limited edition collections, they raise the price on things because they think that's all right. But you know, the polish itself was fine. I used to like Wet n Wild nail polishes, honestly, because they actually would stick on my nails for a few days before they started chipping really badly. Like, if I can get 2 days of decent nail polish wear with a good top and base coat, I'm usually happy with a nail polish, because I have... Nail polish just does not stick to my nails no matter what I do. Like, I have like the Zoya base coat and the Seche Vite quick dry top coat. I have to do a quick dry top coat because I cannot sit still long enough to, you know, let my nails dry properly. But even with that, good nail polishes last 2 days on me. And these lasted about 2 days on me. I have a bunch of like full size and minis. I'll take that back. I don't think I have any more minis of these, but I do have some full sizes. I'm gonna I cannot purchase another nail polish for the rest of my life, y'all. Not if I ever want to finish what I have. Anyways, for samples and perfume samples, I actually used this. Y'all should be proud of me. It is a MAC lipstick in Heroin, I think this shade is. I think it's Heroin. Yep, it's Heroin. Somebody actually complimented me when I wore this in a video, and I was like, yay! It's a really pretty purple color. I do really like the color. I'm attracted to purples, so I know I have a dupe of it somewhere in my collection, or if I really want it in a future, I can look online for like cruelty-free dupe to Heroin by MAC and easily find that. So I really enjoy wearing it, obviously, but I'm not going to purchase it from MAC, but I'm sure I can find a dupe. Let's see, I used 2 shades on this Estee Lauder New Futurist Hydra Rescue. Couldn't tell much about the formula itself. I just used one. I used 1 into an ecru to like conceal with, and I used 3 in 1 ivory beige to contour with, just to use these up. Let's see, and I basically did the same thing with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I did like the coverage on the one that I was able to use like on my face as a concealer. I would probably go with 1 neutral versus 3 cool. Like there are no warm ones until like shade 3. But the 1 neutral looks like it would match me pretty well. I hope you can see that. So, used that. And I have perfumes here. This one, it was sent to me by Influencer. I'm not supposed to talk about it on social media because it's like a brand new thing. So just know I used up a perfume sample. I actually did really like it. If it's cruelty free, I would probably purchase it. It's probably not though. I have no idea. I'd have to look that up. I have Love Relentlessly by Tory Burch. I have no idea of their cruelty free status. I've had a bunch of perfume samples for years. Love Relentlessly, I didn't love that much. Their original, like just Tory Burch perfume, I did really like. Guerlain, Mon Guerlain, that was just okay. I didn't love that. Prada's Carbon Luna Rosa, I actually did really, really like. Let's see. It's a new fragrance for men, which is kind of hilarious. It has the fresh, strong as the darkest rock with the freshness of air. It brings together steamed, distilled botanicals and synthetics in a mineral-forward mix, metallic notes of lavender, green citrus, and vert de bergamot from Italy, radiant wood of patchouli, and dry amber of ambroxan. I don't know how to say that. I wore this on myself. This was some, Prada's not cruelty free, so I can't buy it anyway. But if this was, and if I could get my husband to wear fragrances, like they give him a headache, so it's not that I can't get him to, it's that he can't. This is something that I would buy for him. I really, really liked it. And I liked it on myself too. It's fairly unisex, honestly. Now, into the box. Yeah, I finally finished this damn thing. I'm so happy. It's the Beyond the Zone Rock On Dry Shampoo. This was not strong enough to actually take oils out of my hair. I know some people like the ones that don't have too much of a white cast, and this one would fit that bill. I actually need that white cast because it's actually what soaks up the damn oil in my hair. And when I find something like that, I just put it on my hair most of the time the night before and then sleep in it, and it works great. Or I just spend a little bit extra time working it through my hair. Like I used, this is something that's just in my collection, the Redken Deep Clean Dry Shampoo. And I have to work this heavily through my hair if I use it like at the same time as I'm about to film. Versus, you know, putting it on like the night before, and it's probably still a little light up there. Like it's a really strong one, but I love it. Can't repurchase it, but I love it. This, even if it was cruelty free, I would not seek it out again. I couldn't remember a good cruelty free dry shampoo when I was talking about this once, and I have since remembered I like the Husk dry shampoos. I am a dingbat. And they are cruelty free. They're not Leaping Bunny certified, but getting Leaping Bunny certified costs money. So not every cruelty-free company does that. You just kind of have to like seek out information on them, even email them if you can't find anything to see if they're cruelty-free or not. And I know the easiest way to go and find cruelty-free statuses is just go by Leaping Bunny certified, and that's totally cool, but it is something that costs money, so you can just, you know, email companies and they will respond back to you asking about their cruelty-free status. That is my soapbox for the moment. Next is a Dr. Teal's Pure Epsom Salt. I love this stuff. I have like 3 backups because the last time I bought some, I stocked up with like 4 bags. So, and I've also been alternating back and forth between this and like bath bombs that I have. So that is done. That is my sample bag. We don't want to go into that yet. Don't fall over. No. I have my last makeup white bag, so now I'm just using micellar water to take off my makeup, and I'm very happy about that. if you want makeup wipes, these are really good ones and they are cruelty free. They're the Kirkland brand, which is what you get from Costco. However, you can buy these online from like Walmart and Amazon, and the price isn't so different that I would suggest getting a Costco membership just for them. And you do get like 180 to a box, so you get plenty of them. They're like $1 a wipe. Like I did the math for these to do them in my count so that I could get this, you know, I used up this much stuff. They're literally like no, they're not $1 a wipe. This bag is like $2. This bag of 30 wipes is like $2. They're like nothing a wipe, which is pretty cool. These are what I keep at my desk as far as just, you know, like wipe up swatches and whatnot. They are boogie wipes. They're like made for babies to like wipe their noses. But I like them because they don't smell like anything. Like an actual baby wipe is really scented usually. I have some more of these, but I'm not using them right now. I'm just using a micellar water and a wash rag to like wipe up swatches and whatnot. So I don't know if I would necessarily repurchase more of these in the future because I'm trying to get away from wipes altogether. But something like this is very convenient just to have like in a handbag. So I don't know. I would like to use these less at least, although I only go through like one of these every other month when I keep them at my desk, so that's not awful. But I still want to use them even less. I got this for Christmas and I used it right away. I got this from my stepmother actually. It is the Scentsy Sea Salt and Avocado Bath Bomb. Now you guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know I try not to support too much in the way of MLMs because of the, you know, kind of predatory practices that they have. The fact that you can't make too much money when using them unless you heavily recruit versus actually sell the product. If you need to know more about MLMs, just look up r/anti-MLM on YouTube and you will find out plenty about them. But this was actually a really good product. Like, I will admit when I come across a good product. If they sold these, I might consider repurchasing them still, but you know, they don't sell them anymore, so I don't have to even think about that. I don't know why my mother-in-law was giving these out as part of our Christmas gifts this year. I'm sure maybe she just, you know, had some. I don't think she sells Scentsy or anything like that. Just maybe one of her friends does and she bought a bunch of her back stock, dude, like with Christmas presents. It did smell really good and it's like one of the few bath bombs I've ever had. I know you can get these from Lush too, but Lush is kind of expensive for a bath bomb. It's one of the few I've ever had that actually like stayed up and bubbled and did all that stuff rather than just sinking to the bottom of the tub. So no, this was a quality bath bomb. I will give it that, but I don't know. Even if I could still get them, I probably wouldn't just because of I don't like to buy from MLMs. But I will admit it was a really good bath bomb. Oh, I'm so happy to be done with you. This is the Tarte Knockout Tingling Treatments. I don't think this did anything. Maybe I just had it for too long, but it smelled like pee and it didn't do anything for my skin. So I would not seek that out again. The thing is, I only had it for a year and it had never been opened until I started using it. So if you can't sit and not be opened for a year, for just a year, because I know some of us have stuff that we've had sitting in our back stock for like 5 years and are just now getting to, and they still work perfectly fine. But it's like, if you can't sit for a year, I don't know if I necessarily want to be purchasing like that. And I know that if you go like a much more natural route with your skincare and your makeup, you have to use that stuff up really quickly because there's not any kind of preservatives in it. But I don't know if that is necessarily the case here. If it had gone off, like it never broke me out or anything like that. So I never noticed anything of that nature. But if the active ingredient had gone off, maybe that's why this didn't do anything for me. But why did it have to smell like pee? Like it literally smelled like ammonia. I have this Lacto Skincare Healing Mask in Turmeric. I actually really liked this and I would possibly repurchase. Because I do feel like it was something that I could put on my face, and once I washed it off, my face felt like more cleaned out without drying my skin out, which is nice. Not that it's easy to dry my skin out, but even I can tell the difference between when my skin feels stripped versus when it still feels, you know, not stripped. And the thing is, for these, when I got this from Ipsy, they said it was like $32. I think they have revamped their brand or something like that, because now for the same size with slightly different packaging, it's like $16. So I don't know what happened. And a lot of the stuff they used to sell, they don't sell anymore. So I don't know what's going on there. Y'all, this might be one of my prouder moments. I finished a hairspray. I don't use hairspray. I don't even know if they still sell this. I based my value on this on what Pureology's little mini hairspray is now, because I couldn't find this exact one. This is the Pureology Serious Color Care Color Stylist Supreme Control Maximum Hold Zero Dulling Hairspray. That is a long ass name. It worked. I could spray it in my hair, like if I was wearing my hair up that day, and it would take the little baby hairs that I have and like smooth them down. So it worked. I would not spend Pureology money on a hairspray. I'm actually looking to find, because I have one mini hairspray left. It's right here. It is actually a L'Oreal Elnet hairspray. It's the last one that I have. I am actually looking to find a good non-aerosol cruelty-free hairspray, which is a little more complicated than you would think. Like the cheapest that I can find, correct me if I'm wrong, is Pacifica, which I think is either $12 or $16. But hairspray lasts me forever. I want to have one around, but I don't necessarily want to spend a crap ton of money on it. But I would pay $12 to $16 to have a hairspray for several years. Like this lasted me several years. This, unless I make a concerted effort out of it, is probably going to last me several years more. Like, I made an effort to use this up because I'm like, I'm sick of looking at you. So, that is done. Another hair product that is done is the Renee Ferterer Vegetal Texture Spray. I did like this fine as a texture spray. It had a distinct scent to it that I didn't really care for. Like something strong and kind of unpleasant, so I would not seek this out. Bath gloves from Amazon. I'm trying to go through this huge pack that I bought myself. I don't recommend them because they tear apart very easily, so they're cheap for a reason. Don't do it. Just buy the slightly nicer ones from the Dollar Tree or Walmart or whatever. Here is the Dr. Jamie Lab from Dermatotropic Cosmetics Manica Rejuvenating Calming Serum. This was like one of the last things that I finished this year. And I'm happy that I finished it. I used it up as part of like my dry mask because I didn't love it as a serum. It's really thick and moisturizing, and if you're really dry skinned, that's great. I am not, so it was a bit much for me on most days, but mixing it into like a dry sheet mask and then using it as a sheet mask like that, it worked great, and I would technically definitely recommend it for that. But this is a $64 serum. If you're not trying to get rid of it, don't do that. I got this from 0.8 liter. I would never pay that price for it. I think I paid $3.99 for it to get to try it out. And when I pay really inexpensive for serums, I'm fine with using them up in stupid ways or getting them through boxes, and I'm like, I'm never gonna get through this. I should just mix this into a mask so I can get it used up and get it out of my life. I keep my good serums to use on a daily basis. I keep my more basic serums that I don't love as much to use in dry sheet masks so that I can still like get through them and then not go bad. I only got one use out of this and I hate it. Well, I love the product, but I hate that they're minis I can only get one usage out of. It's the Dry Bar Triple Sec 3-in-1 like dry shampoo. I love it. It's great. It's really strong, but you know, very easy for me to go through, so not as fun. Oh, I'm so glad y'all didn't hear the string of expletives I just let out at this camera because it shut off. I let out all the expletives I could think of. My camera, for some reason, when I've been going for too long, will sometimes just randomly shut off. Because it's like, you've been talking too long, shut up. We're getting there though. It's a heavy empties month. Anyways, the Ecro New York Acacia Protein BB Cream BB Balm for hair. This does work nicely. I have never seen it for sale anywhere but their own website, so I would not necessarily seek this out. I have stuff that I can get for cheaper, easier, but it works. I finished the sunscreen finally. The Hawaiian Tropic Antioxidant Refreshing Sunscreen Mist, SPF 30. It was fine. I would want a higher SPF for sunscreens personally when I buy them in the full size, so I would not purchase that. I do like a spray sunscreen though, because especially to get it on my husband, I have to literally like chase him down to put sunscreen on him. So I need some kind of spray. Now I prefer a spray like this versus an aerosol, but because aerosols are not great for the environment. But I need some kind of spray sunscreen to put on him, because he will not let me put a lotion on him. He says they feel icky. I don't know if he actually used the word icky though, but he says they feel gross. Here is the Biolage All-in-One Coconut Infusion Multi-Benefit Spray. I prefer the It's a 10 more for that sort of product, but this was still really nice. Grab a couple of things. I have a couple of things from First Aid Beauty. I have the Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer and the Coconut Water Cream. I liked both of these. Like, if I would never purchase both of these to use in my skincare routine because they're both kind of expensive. But I would purchase, like, coconut water is great for me during the day, and the Ultra Repair is better for me at night. Honestly, I would just use the coconut cream day and night, because even in the winter, because I am oily and I live in South Louisiana, it's hot as balls here all the time. Even when it's cold, it's still much warmer than anywhere else in the country. So I could use this day and night even midwinter, so I might purchase this in the future. But I don't think I would purchase the Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer. However, if more minis came across to my life, I would certainly use them. Here's the Perricone MD Face Firming Serum. This was a little bit on the tingly side, kind of like my, what's it called, Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow, that I did not repurchase, which means I cannot buy it for like the next 3 months. I am kind of on a no-buy right now, with the exception of my subscription boxes. I don't want to be buying anything else until, honestly, I would like to at least peruse the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale in the spring, so putting that out there. But this was similar to that. I'm sure Pharmacy is cheaper though, like this in itself was pretty expensive. But it was still nice. I actually really enjoyed it. And I only used it like twice a week, so it lasted me quite a while. Another thing I really enjoy is the BRTC Jasmine Waterful Foaming Cleanser. This is really nice. It does smell really nice. It smells like jasmine, and it cleans my face. So if this ever like came to Ulta, this would probably be what I would be buying for my facial cleanser on the daily, but I don't think it's at Ulta, so I probably wouldn't. Like, it's not so mind-blowing that I would go to their website to purchase it alone. But if their brand popped up at Ulta and I could get that, I would add it to my cart and use it and love it. Here's the Briogeo Rosarco Milk Leave-In Spray. This is really nice. I've used up a full size before. Like I said, I prefer It's a 10 because of all the added benefits to it, but if I don't have that and I have this, I'm not mad. This is probably the toner that I would go to now that I'm trying to get the Body Shop products out of my collection. It is the e.l.f. Super Tone with brightening fruit acids. I really do like this. They do sell the full size at my local Walmart for $8, and that is awesome. Like, I feel it's not acne controlling, so I would need something else for, you know, acne, because I do still break out even at 35 because life sucks. Wear a helmet. I don't know. Because life is life. So I would probably use that during the day and then try to figure out something else for at night. I know Acure makes an acne toner, so maybe I would try it, but I really, really like that. This is the I Do Care Cake My Day Hydrating Sprinkle Wash Off Mask. I only got like one usage out of this, which made me sad. It does smell like cake, which was the major benefit of it. I don't have dry skin, so hydrating masks, especially like hydrating cream masks, don't do much for me. Yes, my skin is more hydrated afterwards, but that's not my problem. That's not my skin issue, I should say. Oh, I found a Village Naturals Therapy Aches and Pains Muscle Relief Mineral Bath Soak. I used it. It was really nice. I usually just stick to my Dr. Teal's, but this was nice. I finally finished the Derma E Advanced Peptides Collagen Serum. I really liked the texture of it. I enjoyed using it. I don't think this was enough to see like real results. But I kind of want to go buy the full size at some point this year and see if I can get like true results. Because it's supposed to help, you know, with collagen and help with anti-aging, which I'm 35. That is something I want to look into more now. So I really want to try a full size, but I'm not buying anything for the next 3 months. So I'm not going to buy it right away, but it's definitely like on my list to pick up when I go through a few more serums in my back stock, because I have a lot. And finally, before we get into sheet masks and samples, I have this Milk Makeup Vegan Milk Moisturizer little tiny sample thingy. There's not a lot in here, but this is one where like a little bit goes a long way. It's pretty on the balmy side, like a really thick cream. I only use this at night because of that. It was pretty nice. It's not made for my skin, so I don't think I would necessarily pick this up again, but I really liked it. And now, sheet masks and foils. I managed to find some foils in some of my stuff because I've complained in my last Project Use It Up. It's like, I don't think I have any foils anymore. Like, this isn't technically a foil, but you can actually like purchase this. But like, I did find a couple of foils that I used up. But for sheet masks, first I have the Lancome Paris Advanced Genifique Hydrogel Melting Mask. Once again, I wish Lancome was cruelty-free because this was really nice. I do like a nice, like, solid gel mask. I think they really help with depuffing my face. Because especially if I slept wrong or hard the night before, I get like a hugely puffy face and eyes and everything. That's why like under eye gel masks actually do a lot for me. And it's why I actually purchase them when I need them. Like, I've actually purchased a box of the Wander Beauty eye masks before because they actually like stay on my face. They're like one of the few out there that stay on my face that I can easily purchase. But yeah, I actually like purchase those because I use them. I don't need to purchase any right now, but I do purchase them when I need them. I have the Pacifica Cosmic Beauty Dose Balancing Facial Mask. This smelled so weird. Like, I didn't love how it fit on me in the first place, so that was already kind of a point against it. But I'm guessing it's either the hemp or the hemp mixing with vanilla extract in here. This thing stunk. Oh, it also has turmeric and ginger, which I will admit, I will use a turmeric mask. I do not like the smell of it, but I get actual benefits from it. This I didn't even get any benefits from, so I would not purchase that or repurchase that. I actually bought that. I have another of the 111 Skin Rose Gold Brightening Mask. This is another hydrogel mask that, like I said, these really help with like depuffing my face on bad sleep days. So I really like having those around. That is way too expensive for what it is though. 111 Skin, I have yet to find a product that I think was truly worth the price, even some of them that I have liked. This is the Avajar, I don't know how to say it. Pore A Solution Mask. I reviewed this for 0.8 liter on my Instagram. It is a really nice mask. You can get some nice moisturizing out of it, and I feel like it's shrunk my pores a little bit temporarily. Now, everybody knows you can't shrink your pores like full time, all the time. You can't permanently shrink your pores, that's the word I'm looking for, but you can kind of like temporarily make them look smaller, and with like pore filling, you know, makeup, you can make them look a bit smoother. But this was nice. I have a bunch more of them because they never send me just one. They send me like a pack of them, which I mean is pretty cool, but I'm glad I like these because if I didn't like them, I'd be stuck with like 9 masks that I hated. Like how I'm stuck with 4 of these that I really don't care for. This is also from Avayar. This is the Perfect V Lifting Premium Activity Mask. Now, if you look at this, this is something that's supposed to temporarily get rid of your double chin. What? I was a good sport. I got sent this for free because I apply to everything that I think I even could possibly use. Like, they do children's stuff on there, like for your child, that I don't apply to, but otherwise I have basically applied to everything on that website to see if they want to send it to me to test. So they sent this to me and I definitely tested it. For one thing, I have a double chin. You know what's going to get rid of it? Losing weight, which I'm trying to do this year as well. So no amount of leaving this on for, as they say, 3 to 4 hours is really going to get rid of your double chin. Like, you will get the temporarily lift because this thing hangs on your ears and pulls this up while pulling your ears down, and it hurts. I lasted an hour. And I should have taken before and after pictures, but I was so aggravated by the time I was done with it that I'm glad that I was just like, I don't care about this thing. So if this works for you, that's awesome, but you have a higher pain threshold than I do because I could only keep this on for about an hour. And I don't think I saw any like major results. After I just trashed on one thing that their brand sells, I have another mask that I did actually like. So it's not the whole brand, it's just that one product is freaking stupid. This is the Avayar Whitening Yellow LED Cream Mask. Now these definitely have like a thicker essence on them, which they're called cream. I'm not surprised. I only got 5 of these. Like, these come in a pack of 5. I did enjoy these. I don't buy cream masks because I have oily skin, but I use them and enjoy them while I have them. So let me put it that way. I'm sorry guys, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit because I've been talking for so damn long. But final mask product before I get into samples. I have the Sue AE Purifying Brightening Peeling Gel, which it's one of those things that, like, you get the product, you squish it out on your fingers and you rub it out on your face, and you start getting like these little balls of like dead skin coming off. It works. I never think to use anything like this. I used this up at the end of the year because it was in my 100 colorful empties on Instagram and I wanted to hit 90 and this was in it. So that's why I remembered to use this. And it literally took me all year to use that. I used that on December 31st. So that tells you how much I actually like use these products. Like, do they work? Yeah, I guess so. My face felt really clean and smooth afterwards. Is it something that I'm going to necessarily seek out on my own? No. I still have another one that I need to use up or get rid of. Samples. So these were mostly that I like found. Oh, I have 2 eye masks in here. I forgot about those. These are the Orchid Skin. One is called the Smoky Eye Patch and one is called the Elastic Eye Patch. The Elastic is technically for anti-aging. The Smoky is technically for dark under eye circles. Now my under eye circles are there, but they're not awful. So in theory, if I was looking to purchase one, they sent me both sets from 0.8 liter. I would go more for the Elastic. However, the big draw to these technically is that they are supposed to stay on your face. Like, that has been the big complaint about these eye gels that I've tried from most other brands but Wander Beauty, is that they don't stay on my face. These stay on my face. That is why I don't need to buy any more from Wander Beauty anytime soon, is because these actually stay on my face. And they do help depuff my eyes, which is the main thing that I use these kind of things for. So for that, they're great. And I know some people don't like the thin paper of the Wander Beauty ones. They want something like a thick gel, solid gel. Well, these are that. So I definitely recommend these. I don't know if I would necessarily go back and purchase more because I think I paid $3.99 to get these from 0.8 liter. Like, some stuff you get for free, some stuff they offer at like a hugely discounted price like these. They were like $3.99 for both packs. Whereas I think one pack normally is like $25. And honestly, if these were sold at Sephora or Ulta, I would buy them in a heartbeat. They come like 10 to a pack, so you definitely get your money's worth there. But since they don't, I don't know if I would necessarily purchase them over the Wander Beauty ones because I can just get those really easily from Sephora. normally. I'm plenty stocked on them right now. On these right now. I don't have any more Wander Beauty ones currently. But I don't know, like once I actually run out, because I also have a pack of some kind of eye gels that I got from my FabFitFun box that to use up before I need to buy any more. So once I get to that point, it probably depends on my mood as to whether I would purchase this versus purchasing the Wander Beauty ones. It honestly depends on if I'm already ordering something else from Sephora. If not, I would probably honestly purchase those because you get more for a slightly better price. So there you go. Wander Beauty has the ease of purchase because if I'm ordering something else from Sephora, I can just add that to my cart. Or I can just not be a whiny goose about purchasing something from somebody's own website. Now, actually for samples, I have 2 of these Ofra hand sanitizers. I don't know where I got these from. I think I bought these from somebody as part of a like Instagram mystery bag and these came in it. They were actually pretty nice. Ofra's not who I'm going to for hand sanitizer. Like honestly. I have used up a full size of this before. Well, it was actually like a travel size, but it was still huge. It's the Pharmacy Clean Bee Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser. I love this cleanser. If I'm ever going to be buying like an expensive face cleanser, it's this one. So like I think it's like $30 for the full size, and considering how long a cleanser at my sink lasts me, I think I can suck up that price. I have 2 of these Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Body Butters. One is the Honeysuckle Vanilla scent and one is unscented. I didn't like the scent on the honeysuckle thing, but I really like the formula. Like, I think this might replace the Body Shop Body Butters for me. Once I go through my back stock, of course. By the time I go through it, these will probably be discontinued with my luck. But I really, really like the formula. I found it very moisturizing. I know that they come in like different scents too, but I really like the unscented one. So I'll probably just purchase it. I do have another cleanser. This is the Philosophy Purity Made Simple. If they were cruelty free, which they are not to my understanding, I would consider purchasing this. It is a really nice cleanser and they're not horribly expensive. You get a lot of product for your buck with those. So it's a really good cleanser. It does help remove like makeup remnants and stuff like that. And finally, I have the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 Styling Treatment. I like this, but there's something I like better. I have a full size of it. I will insert a picture of it here because I can't quite remember the name of it. But there is something from this brand that I like better that I would purchase instead. But I have like minis of these in my back stock, so I will happily use them. I think they do work nicely for like smoothing down my hair a little bit, at least like the day after I wash my hair. Right now I got a little bit of wreaths going on, but we're on like day 4 of this hair. So that is it for my empties. And I know the big question is, did I hit 750 empties, beauty empties specifically, for 2020? And the answer is, drum roll please, yes! Yes I did, just barely. Honestly, finding this little stack of samples put me over. And that is what because I was trying to get rid of all my back stock of like foil samples because I had a ton at the beginning of the year and now I don't really have any. Like I have this one pack of like 7 Lancome serums that you're supposed to use 1 a day every day. So I'm using them currently and that is it. That's all I have. So I'm not doing any kind of goal thing for my empties this year. I want, as much as I want to use up as much of what I have, so I'm not like, it's not that I'm not going hard on my stuff, it's that I don't want to set a monetary goal or a number goal because both of those, I have done those for the last 2 years, they are stressful. Now I hit both of them and I'm very happy with that. They are stressful. And the thing is, while my numbers are not going to be as high next year, it's going to be because I don't have any more damn foils. No more foils in my collection. But I think my monetary usage from the past couple of years will still be pretty even because I have both inexpensive things and I have expensive things. Yes, I have gotten most of those through, you know, BoxyCharm and Ipsy and stuff like that. But I do also occasionally purchase those expensive things when I find that they really work. And I'm completely starting to lose my voice because I think I have been here for an hour. I have lost track. So that is it. stay tuned through the end if you want to see actual like numbers of everything that I've used up. I'm going to at least try to also do some breakdown of the numbers, like this much makeup, this much skincare, this much hair care, this much body care. I want to do that. We'll see if I get it done, because I might go insane trying to do that. But in the next couple of days now, I will be filming my makeup empties for 2020. As you can see, I'm ready to go. I have already grabbed my scrunchie so I can put my hair up. But thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. Thank you for going through this journey of 750 empties in a year with me. It was insane. I would not recommend anybody else do this unless you have a lot of foils hanging around. It got me through all of my foils and a lot of my perfume samples, so I guess it worked. But thank you for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!